Hey, you know what? Hey, on that note, he did a great nod by naming this album Wasteland, because everything on that album, nigga, was a wasteland. Hold on, baby. What's back at? You hear me, dog? Somebody better get me out of this TV before I come through the screen on niggas. You hear me, dog?
Dang. Don DeMarco. All right, man. So first off, RP D'Angelo, male R&B neo soul legend.
Rest in peace.
Let's get some gunshots for him. Shout out to him one time. So D'Angelo was a cornerstone of neo soul with Brown Sugar dropping in 19.
Gunshots. That was crazy. Anyways, go ahead, man.
Gunshots for D'Angelo's death.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Bro, one time for the one time.
One time for the one time, man. I got to get some champagne clinks or something on here for when cats pass. That was crazy too, though. Anyways, right? You trying to go ahead, bro?
So he's the cornerstone of neo soul with Brown Sugar dropping in 1995, Voodoo 2000, changing the game. Untitled, How Does It Feel became iconic. Alongside with him, you had Tank, Tyrese, Maxwell, dominating the era with emotional, soulful depth. Like, we talking about male R&B, the prime era, the late 90s, early 2000s. But you fast forward to today with Bryson Tiller, we got Giveon, Brent. They're all talented, but a lot of people feel that we have not reached that same level of peak male R&B status. Do you guys, one, think that that's true? And two, what do you think it would take for male R&B artists to get to that same level?
I'm going to just say this right now, off rip, dog. With the three niggas you just named, I'm a fan of probably two out of the three. I ain't going to say I'm a fan. I admire their music a lot. Bryson and Giveon. But with them three niggas, bro. Huh?
Brent who? Fires?
Man, hold on, bro. I didn't say him, bro. But here's the thing, though, bro. Let me finish this right quick. When you name them three niggas, bro, it's a huge significant difference in the niggas you named earlier that was from the past, right?
I mean, I missed a lot.
When you look at them niggas, right? Pause before we get to any of this shit. But none of them niggas you name possess that type of sex symbolness in their music that make you feel. I ain't saying me particularly, but women and the people of that era that they music had that existed in their music and what it possessed. When you looking at Brent, Giveon, or Bryson, ain't none of them, I don't believe, are sex symbols in many women's eyes at all, bro. And it's not a part of their music. Now, should it only be graded off of the image of an artist? Not at all. But I think that has when you talk about R&B, I would say R&B as a male, always image mattered a lot more than other genres. And none of them guys you just named, I don't believe any of their image is really that much of a seductive on women in a way it gives they experience with their music at all, bro. I think that's just an obvious one to me, man. I know it's many more. What y'all thinking though?
Go ahead, Ken.
Well said. No, well said. First of all, I just want to say for the record, I can go without ever hearing a Brent Faiyaz record again and be just fine.
You can say it again. Say it one more time for me, man, please.
Yeah, I can go without hearing a Brent Faiyaz record ever again.
Hey, you know what? Hey, on that note, he did a great nod by naming this album Wasteland, because everything on that album, nigga, was a wasteland. Hold on, baby. What's back at? You hear me, dog? Somebody better get me out of this TV before I come through the screen on niggas. You hear me, dog?
Dang. Don DeMarco.
I'ma definitely say Brent is just not my cup of tea, though. I do know a lot of people that like him, though. He's not my cup of tea.
Hey, you ain't tell no lies, bro. You ain't tell no lies. I ain't got any. Honestly, words breakdown of this was so good. I literally have nothing to add. I just wanted to let people know. Brent Faiyaz can go to hell with that music, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Honestly, in my opinion, that's just me.
Yeah,
I had a clip from Tank on the Joe Budden podcast. This is from if I send it to you, can you play it?
He on the Joe podcast. Send me the link and I can pull it up.
I'll send you the link. So it's this clip with Tank on the JBP, and he's talking a little bit about why he feels, I'm gonna send it right now, why he feels male R&B is in the position that it's in right now.
Here's here's the tough part about male R&B, right? And why it's had to evolve in the way that it has evolved. You don't have a bunch of women in the rap world doing melody and blurring the lines between what is R&B, what is trap soul, what is hip hop, all of that.
That's a great point. You got a point.
Yo, this guy is good.
That's a great point.
This is what I do. You know, this is what I do.
Nah, he's the man.
That's a great point.
He's the man. Go ahead.
That's a great point.
These lines for male R&B are so blurred. Listen, let me tell you some truth. I listen to Future and Young Thug for new R&B, melodies and syncopation. I listen to the Migos for new wave, syncopation, and melodies and dynamics. That's what I listen to.
This guy's good. No, he's smoking it. He's killing it. He's killing it.
Definitely 1,000%. I'd agree with that 1,000%, man. Yeah, that's sure. We had conversations around that same stuff, dog, years ago, bro. I mean, all the niggas, the new R&B is the trap soul over your niggas that's popping right now. The Bryson Tillers, the Tory Lanez, Drake started all that shit, bro, if you ask me. And I believe ever since then, niggas don't know what's what anymore. I don't care, because that's my most prominent played genre is the melodic. I call them melodic rap niggas. That's what I call them. Melodic rap niggas, bro. Niggas that be singing, you can't tell what they are for real. Party Next Door. If you was to ask me, after Chris Brown, he's the next one in my list when it comes to male R&B artists of the last probably 5 to 6 years, bro. Keep it a bean. I ain't gonna hold you. And niggas won't give it up to him because he living in the shadow with Drizzy. But if you go to Party Next Door 4, Sexy Songs for You, Party Next Door 1, he got a bunch of EPs. It's crazy. Don't let me mention his pen and what he done wrote for other niggas. I mean, it's not too many people that could be in the same room with him. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I mean, as a DJ, honestly, I feel like this made so much sense to me because whenever I'm playing an R&B set, I play a lot of rap music, or what a lot of people consider as rap music. So that's why whenever I be standing on Drake being the best rapper of our generation, I say he the best R&B artist of our generation because he makes the best R&B music.
Can I say something though that I think you neither of y'all may relate to this, but I just think it has to be said just in case we have anybody like me who's watching the podcast. I do think it's sad that that's the case though, and I'm gonna tell you why. I come from an era of R&B where R&B took real vocal talent. R&B used to be Music Soul Child. It used to be the Ushers of the world, and even dudes like John B. and Joe Thomas and stuff like that, where if you couldn't sing Case, if you like some of my favorite R&B records in the mid-2000s, late 90s, took real vocal attention to detail. Even Tank, even Tyrese, you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes could sing on a level. They were inventing ways to speak to women. Even the spaces of romance that existed in R&B just don't exist in this new school of rap and/or R&B that's being fused together. And I think a lot of the ways that we process our ability even to communicate with the opposite sex have been transformed by the lack of R&B that exists in its purest form, if you ask me. Like there's niggas who just don't even know how to really get down and communicate the way that they should because R&B is no longer an art form. And so not only just vocally and musically and sonically, but even what it meant to the culture, man, I really do miss R&B, and I hate the fact that, especially from a male perspective, R&B has not kept its essence. On the female side, we got the Summer Walkers of the world, we got the SZAs of the world, we got those women holding it down for R&B in a real way. We even got Snow Allegro for like a alternative R&B, but we don't have that same level of presence on the male side, and I think it's hurting us. I'm just being honest.
When I mention these 3 names to y'all, just let me know what y'all feel about them. Leon Thomas, Sir, Frank Ocean. What do we feel about them in this conversation we having right now?
I love all 3 musically. Yeah. I think that two of those artists are far more of the essence than the third. I think Frank Ocean is super talented, but he is kind of that fusion that I'm talking about of missing the vocal ability and the ability to kind of really take R&B to its original essence. I think Leon Thomas is a breath of fresh air, and I think Sir's been killing it for the style that he makes in R&B. It's just that he's a West Coast dude, and some people may not get to him, but I think Sir's incredible. So I think there are dudes like you just named that touch that essence. I just wish that was more of a thing. because those two dudes that you mentioned on the front end, they're kind of the lost art of R&B that I think could carry over to the 2025 that still keeps the essence. However, it seems like niggas ain't really rocking with that for real. I wish that were more of a presence. That's all I have to say.
I think the lack of them niggas is their image too, man. Their presentation.
Yeah.
I think sonically, bro, them dudes are there. I think if Frank Ocean didn't have that,
Giveon?
Giveon is really trying. He really can, but there's a
song.
It may be, is Giveon, where Giveon from? Is he from like UK or something? What's up with him?
I think
he got
from Chicago because of that song.
Maybe he is from Chicago. I don't know. He gives me the type of black nigga that's from London. No, he just gives me that.
No, he's from
fashion. LA. Okay, he from some So I'm just saying, like, presentation, imagery, it does play a lot in that side of genre of R&B. I believe Frank Ocean, though. I know you say he's less of the essence. I believe had not he kind of had his situation and however his actual personal life got integrated into his music, I feel Frank Ocean would be in I still, if you really know his music, I feel most cats have him in the realm that I'm speaking of just one of the most legendary greats of all time. Put out probably two of the best
music.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not, but you see, me and you are on opposite ends. I'm a person where I feel like vocally you don't have to be overwhelmingly impressive to me to make the best R&B.
I'm
on the opposite end of that.
I get what you mean.
I'm on the opposite end of that.
I don't want to disrespect your point. I get what you mean. But what I'm saying is, I remember a time, bro.
There was a time. I'm just saying we can't gun hold everybody to that standard. You know what I'm saying? Or preference.
No. But we gotta take it back. I'm talking about one of the kings of R&B, even though he himself wasn't an R&B artist. Diddy. We take it back to the Making the Band days. They was having sing-offs. You had to be able to be a vocalist to be a male R&B artist.
Let's take it to the rap world. I'm telling you right now, a lot of niggas I rock with right now, music in the rap world, them niggas can't sit in front of a mic and just go like niggas that are old. But I'm not gonna hold that to them when I'm listening to their album. That's basically what you're saying in parallel to singers.
But I'm talking about...
It's million niggas. A nigga like Ab Soul just got embarrassed on the Mafia-thon freestyle, but nigga Troy got the lethalest pen in the game.
Come on,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That was one freestyle.
But it's many... But hold on, bro. The whole 26... Hold on. Hear me out. The whole 2016 Double XL freestyle cypher was not amazing. But honestly, I love a lot of them niggas. When you look at 21 Savage, he has a great catalog. Lil Yachty, he's became a great... piece to this era of somebody that maturated musically. I've been a fan of Uzi, but that nigga definitely ain't one of the best to sit behind a mic and just go. He's not gonna be the nigga that's gonna be on Power 106 or Hot 97 going crazy with a freestyle. But musically, what they bring to that's all I'm saying with the vocal ability point that Kenny was making. I've never been a person that I gun-hold somebody to saying you're not as great as an R&B artist because you have restrictions vocally. I've never been there. Aaliyah was probably my favorite first R&B artist I actually love. She never was considered a top blower, right? Never. But she made amazing projects.
In comparison to now, she mopping up most of these R&B singers.
I'm saying in her era, bro. I'm saying like she isn't going to be in the conversation with the Mariah Careys of the world. You're not going to say that with her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's two different worlds. And honestly, I can't necessarily. Mariah Carey don't make music for me whatsoever. and she makes amazing music to everybody else, and she can blow her lungs off. But that never is going to be the deciding factor. Is if somebody can make good R&B music for me. And I think in this era, I think that's a huge reflection of a lot of these artists.
Can let me say
what
this.
I'm saying is that you. Go ahead, Darryl.
The issue with what you're saying, is live performances. Because those individuals that you're talking about, when they get into a stadium and they go see their fans, they're not able to wow them. That's the same reason, and honestly, that's one of the problems that Drake has. That's one of the problems because a lot of let me explain.
Please explain. I'm so ready to hear this.
See a song that I know that me and you both rock with, Pipe Down. I love that song. The melodies, his ability to be able to flow between rapping and singing, but Drake still struggles to perform that song.
He does.
Because it doesn't sound, because Drake doesn't have the ability to actually sing. So if you're an R&B artist and you're going on tour, which touring is a significant part of you being an artist, you don't have the ability to wow your fans. When you go see a Mariah Carey, it's better than you ever expected. When you went and go see a Whitney Houston, it's better than you. People saying, oh, this is better than the recorded track. When you went and saw Michael Jackson, that's the reason why it was so important to be a vocalist, because when fans had come to see you, they wanted to see a show. I'm not saying, I get what you're getting at as far as, look, the melodies, it sounds good. They're able to make a good song. But for you to be that top tier R&B artist, you have to have a crazy vocal ability. And we don't have that no more.
I would say but I would say that's less of a deciding factor than some of the other points I was bringing. Because a nigga like Leon Thomas can sing, blow, play every instrument. He's a modern day Prince to a lot of people. Yeah. That's not going to be the thing that carry him over the top. It's just not. And trust me, I know a lot of niggas that many indie artists on a local level are 10 times better than the commercial superstar R&B artists. But that's not the deciding factor that elevates them to that caliber that you're saying is like mega. I don't believe that. I believe the songs do matter.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I would say. I agree with you.
Look at them niggas in the other genre. They definitely can't blow. And they blown.
The difference that separates the niggas you're talking about in this new era versus the niggas we're talking about that who are on the Mount Rushmores and the legends that we think of is the fact that they can do both.
Yeah, they can. That's
both.
it.
When you look at Usher's catalog,
I agree with that one.
Flatfoot sing.
Yeah.
He can flatfoot sing, and I could put his R&B records over the last 25 years in line with anybody.
I agree.
Toe to toe. And what I'm saying is, I think we got dudes who have made amazing music in spite of the fact that they couldn't sing, and that's amazing as well. I'm not hating on that. I love Frank Ocean as it pertains to his creative ability. I think Frank Ocean is one of the coldest. And also, I can sing better than Frank Ocean, bro. I can sing his records better than he can. And so that's just the reality of the situation. And so for me, it's like I just miss a time where, you know who actually talked about this? And it's going to be a funny example, but I thought he told the truth. Orlando Brown. Everybody knows Orlando Brown from back in the day, Nickelodeon days, all that.
And you see what I'm saying? That's a disciple of Ray J. That's the type of silliness you get in this world with a nigga like him. He got disciples of, and you know what? They got a whole show together now with foolishness. Go ahead, though, man. Go ahead. CL, go ahead.
He was on crack.
Out of all his foolishness, y'all gonna start. Out of all his foolishness, he said something pretty solid, though. And he was sitting down in an interview. He said, I know how I appear. I know what I look like. I know what I do, this, that, and the third. He said, but I do come from an era where you couldn't even get on camera unless you could act, sing, and dance.
I do. I like that.
It literally took you being a triple threat to even make it past a casting call, to even make it past a performance. Because if you didn't have those elements, you couldn't make it. You couldn't be famous. And I felt that because that's how I feel about R&B. Now, if you have an amazing pen and you know how to exercise melodyne, auto-tune, and pitch correction, you can be the coldest out. But the reality of the situation is, I miss a time when it needed to be flat-footed talent, along with the fact that you could write, play instruments, and do the things. And I think niggas who do that, when you think about their catalog 25 years from now, and you think about the dude who got over 25 years from now, it's going to be a stark difference. That's just my opinion. When we go back into the crates, we're going to talk about them dudes a little bit differently than we talk about the dudes who did it in spite of. That's just my take.
I was gonna ask a question on, who do we believe that could fill that slot of like being able to do both or bring all things to the table? And honestly, I don't even know if the reality of answering that question really matters, because I was looking at this video and some dude saying something really profound about, bro. He was basically just talking about how attention is the new currency, bro. Like it don't even and it's crazy. It's ironic and it makes sense for this episode, because that's where I will give credence to a Ray J. Attention is the new currency. What he is a mastermind of is getting your attention. Why is he always popping up in every sector that don't even make sense for him to be in? I don't know, but he obviously is doing it for a reason. And it's working to some degree because people keep on desiring and demanding him to come on. But I'm saying that because
he's a legend.
Somebody in the slot, or most of the times it's going to fill this slot in this era, has to be almost wired in that way. I think the music does matter. I think you got to have something there once they get to you. But that person that may be sitting, I don't necessarily like this. I don't. It's something that I'm always incongruent with, but trying to find a balance of trying to do for my own content and what I do, anything I present. But the person that's willing to go sit next to Aiden Ross or Casanet, also be on Club Shay Shay, sit down with a Breakfast Club, go and do stuff with Sway, reach in every direction, right? Have a product, once people come and actually go and look at what they got, that's almost the person that's only going to be the person suited to fill that slot, which is sad because nothing I said really was on the back of the skill or the music or the craft or the talent. All that stuff matters to me, but unfortunately, we're in an era where none of that stuff truly matters to the degree that it once did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the harsh reality for almost every in any industry right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nuts, but it's the truth of the matter, bro.